Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
The family of Breonna Taylor speaking out publicly for the first time since a grand jury announcement what they're demanding from investigators. And Brandon tells us if these temperatures near 80 will continue into the weekend. We certainly hope so. But we begin with honoring a Supreme Court titan. Late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg makes history one final time, becoming the first woman ever to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. Lawmakers are holding a formal ceremony inside of the Capitol 1 week after Ginsburg died at the age of 87 from pancreatic cancer. Let's take a live look inside of the Capitol there. That is where Ginsburg's casket will stay for the next half hour. This morning, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi opened the ceremony, saying nobody in our country did more for women's equality than Justice Ginsburg. Tracy Potts is in Washington with the commemoration.
Just a few steps from where she made history, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is breaking barriers again, today becoming the first woman to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. The motorcade carrying her remains arrived for a formal ceremony led by the first female Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi.
It is with profound sorrow and deep sympathy to the Ginsburg family that I have the high honor to welcome Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg to lie in state.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden and his wife Jill sitting with the Ginsburg family. A small mix of Democrats and Republicans on the other side, hundreds more visiting throughout the day in socially distanced groups.
All the days of her life, she pursued justice, even in illness.
President Trump paid his respects at the Supreme Court Thursday. As sounds of political discord pierced the solemn moment, the president announced his plans to replace Ginsburg at a Florida rally last night.
On Saturday, I will be announcing my nominee to the United States Supreme Court.
He says he's nominating another woman tomorrow as the High Court's longest-serving female justice is laid to rest. Justice Ginsburg will be laid to rest in a private ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery next week. Tracy Potts, NBC News at the U.S. Capitol.
Tracy, thank you. Civil rights icon Rosa Parks was laid in honor at the Capitol Rotunda in 2005, but Ginsburg is the first woman to lie in state. Happening right now, Breonna Taylor's family and attorneys are holding a press conference in Louisville, Kentucky. They are demanding Kentucky's Attorney General release transcripts of that grand jury proceeding.
You shouldn't have any problem whatsoever, Daniel Cameron, to releasing the transcript so that we can see you fought for all of Kentucky's citizens, especially including Tamika Palmer's daughter, Breonna Taylor.
I was reassured Wednesday of why I have no faith in the legal system, in the police, in the law that are not made to protect us black and brown people. But when I speak on it, I'm considered an angry black woman. But know this, I am an angry black woman.
The family says that they will continue to fight after no officers were directly charged in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. Blaine Alexander has the latest from Louisville.
It's okay.
New video appears to show the chaotic moments after Sergeant John Mattingly was shot serving a warrant at Breonna Taylor's home.
Cover him. Let's go.
This video was released overnight by Mattingly's attorney. Police have said there is no police body camera video showing the moments that Taylor was killed. It comes after a second straight night of protests in Louisville.
Get an EMS. Get up. Get EMS.
I'm bleeding.
At least 24 arrested during a second straight night of protests in the name of Breonna Taylor. Louisville's mayor calling for calm, acknowledging his city is hurting.
What do we do with this pain? There is no one answer, no easy answer to that question, but I do know this. Violence is not the answer, and destruction is not the answer.
2 police officers were shot during Wednesday's unrest. Police have arrested a suspect in that shooting. Thursday, one of the officers returning to roll call, the other still recovering. Across the country, there were many peaceful demonstrations, but some took a violent turn. In Seattle, an officer is on administrative leave after this video shows him rolling his bicycle over a person lying in the street. Breonna Taylor was shot and killed when police entered her home last March. A grand jury indicted former officer Brett Hankison not for Taylor's death, but for firing shots that went into a neighboring apartment. For the other 2 officers involved, no charges. Taylor was inside with her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, who says he opened fire with a registered gun because he thought the police were intruders. Officers fired back, killing Taylor. A central question, whether the officers announced themselves before bursting inside. Walker says no, and his attorney says multiple neighbors agree. But the officers and a neighbor say police did identify themselves, according to the state attorney general. All of it intensifying calls for grand jury evidence to be made public. Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
Switching gears this noon and looking outside where it is sunny and beautiful, and looks like it's going to be another gorgeous day around here, Brandon.
Well, when we consider what's on tap next week, let's really enjoy this stretch, Rhonda. Hard to beat these 70s to low 80s, just like we've seen the last couple of days, and they continue. Temperatures are in the low and middle 70s around Metro Detroit. Still have 69 at Grosse Ile, just a little wind coming off of Lake Erie there, slightly cooler, but it's 76 Howell, 76 in Ann Arbor, 75 in Pontiac, 74 City Airport Monroe at 75. Temperatures upper 70s through 2 o'clock, high of 80 degrees, mostly sunny. And if you have a football game tonight, maybe more jersey than sweatshirt or jacket weather. Upper 70s pregame, falling into the upper 60s. The weekend brings even warmer weather. Wet weather as well, but we're going to time it out for you and, again, bring you the big changes coming your way next week. It's all ahead.
All right, we'll see you here in a few, Brandon. Thank you. Meanwhile, police are investigating a deadly shooting seen on Detroit's west side this morning. Detroit police are saying that a 30-year-old woman was killed and a 27-year-old man was hurt. And we're told that a 29-year-old woman is in custody. That's happened around 1:30 in the morning today on Louder near Linden Street and Hubble. Police are saying that their investigation, it's early, but it does show that the shooting happened after an argument. The count for the U.S. Census will not end next week. This is according to a ruling from a federal judge. Late last night, the judge ruled the census will continue for another month through the end of October. She said that a shortened schedule would likely produce inaccurate results and impact the distribution of federal funding and political representation. Evrod Kasmi joins us now with more on how this impacts the attempt to get everyone counted here in Metro Detroit.
Well, Rhonda, it's pretty tough. It means that there's now more time for people to fill out the census. But then on the flip side, the deadline to turn in the population count at the end of the year to the federal government is still December 31st. So that means that there's now a shorter turnaround time to tally that population total. And it could be a bit tight. So I spoke with Victoria Kavari. She's with the City of Detroit Census, and she explained to me that here in the city, they've had a lower number of households filling out the census in lower income neighborhoods. So the extra time for them to go door to door is appreciated, but they've been already operating as if their deadline was next week at the end of September. So they'll soon run out of the incentives that they usually offer to encourage people to fill out their census. Now, the month of October, they're just going to be making their final push, going door to door, knocking on doors. And she hopes that the December 31st deadline to turn in the population count will get extended as well.
The message is really important that people open their doors to the census workers and provide them with information. Congress could still act to extend the time the Census Bureau has to deliver the population count beyond December 31st. They still have time to act on that, but so far they have not.
And she doesn't think that they actually will. So make sure that you fill your census out. Victoria also added that they are required by law to go out and try and collect that information. We should point out cooperating with the census is critical in getting federal funding for things like neighborhoods, hospitals, schools, and a whole lot more. Rhonda, back to you.
It is vital that everyone is counted. So we hope that this additional time will give folks more time to hear about it and make sure that they are counted. Thanks so much, Evrod. Still to come, the state has some ideas on how you can celebrate Halloween safely, what they're recommending for costumes, and some interesting ideas if you are passing out candy as well. And a terror investigation is launched after 2 people are stabbed in Paris, the connection to another attack in 2015.